And, some probably like actually look at my life now. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about the alternate, timeline. Everybody know how the alternate timeline, would have possibly been a whole lot better for me. But it's something that look at my life now and, even come to the conclusion that, I got it good or that I'm living a dream or something. And that's just nowhere near reality. No, it's not even close. You know what I'm saying? Maybe in the alternate timeline, how things was going to be originally, before, the devil and the dragon and all this stuff got involved with my life when I was a child. Things could have looked different then. But, nah, man, I mean, just for the simple fact of, one fact alone, they got to remember all these years I've been talking about it. And simultaneous to me talking about it, it's still been happening. And it's it's just things as simple as the fact that, it's certain influential figures that anytime they get ready, the structures would literally let certain celebrities steal my stuff in plain sight anytime they get ready. You know what I'm saying? For absolutely no reason. My earnings, my stuff that I, work for and things like that all year round. Anytime they get ready, they allow these people to do things like that to my life. You know what I'm saying? In plain sight with absolutely no consequences, hundreds of times per year. Every day of my life I live, in terror of, not just my rights, but it's every day is torture. It's nowhere near the dream. You know what I'm saying? Every day is like by the skin of my teeth, because, it's everything. I mean, anytime they get ready, people could just take my stuff. You know what I'm saying? Why the whole country sits there and do nothing. You know what I'm saying? In spite of all information that been disclosed to everybody for years now. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, and for my lifestyle, for what the scam and all this stuff for over the last 2 decades turned my life into, I don't have time, for the traditional way of things, because that's the way they intentionally made my life by doing these things. You feel me? It's like, it's impossible. Like, for instance, every single time, a robbery or something happens to me, it's not time for a new investigation to be opened up. It happens so many times at once. You feel me? That's too much time consuming, because you got to remember, I'm also fighting for my life anyway, aside from those individual things that just happens. You know what I'm saying? Like new things that keep happening, or, when they were for the time period, and new things just keep happening by the same people with the knowledge of the structures, consecutively, time after time after time, because of other stuff they doing to me. Like, I don't have time, is just no room for the traditional way of things in my life because of the way my life been intentionally sabotaged for this reason in the first place. You know what I'm saying? It's ultimately to either kill or exile, man, innocent person, just a roundabout way of doing it. You know what I'm saying? But that's the situation. It's impossible. So, now my life is not nowhere near the dream. Not on this timeline. But there's things that happen that can be used to glorify and exalt God, though. And so I glory in those things, in my infirmities, my weaknesses. That's what the Bible say do. Boast and brag about your weaknesses. That's all I'm talking about, is how I done got did down bad, and all my stuff. Every now and then I talk about, of course, restoration and stuff like that. But mostly that's what I'm talking about, my weaknesses. I'm boasting in my weaknesses. That's the only thing I can brag about. And then you can boast in the Lord. God gave me talent, so I talk about that. This is my real stuff, stuff that I wrote, create, proved it hundreds of times simultaneous to all this stuff happening to my life at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So, it's no, now it's could be pretty clear and obvious that it's definitely a heavy targeted, centralized attack that's been on my life since like kindergarten and preschool. You know what I'm saying? And that was before some of the later things happened, if you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? So you could just like put 2 and 2 together. All these articles and time sensitive things, all of it showing to paint a picture. Then you can apply that to what's happening now. It's no coincidence, how I have not consented to some presences. I'm just saying, But it don't matter what I think or how I feel, man. You know, look what happens, you know. So now every day pretty quite literally torture, you know what I mean? Because yeah, I mean, it's just not fair. You know what I'm saying? It's not a fair portion that I was given, you know, because of these things. So it's like now I didn't bring it on myself. You know, it ain't the fault of those that loved me and tried to like at least defend me or, you know, things. I know now more about the past, you know what I'm saying, than I did previously. I mean, before I thought my fame started in 2014, you know, or 13, because that's when I came on the scene as my literature, you know, my art, you know, but we all know now, you know, that was not the case. It was some people that knew already seen my anointing God on me. And so they started making chess moves against my life to ensure that my success or talent, no matter what it may have been, don't really amount to anything. Therefore, destroying taking my whole future from me. You know what I'm saying? On purpose. You know, to ensure that whatever I did with my talent, if I was chosen, did not, you know, exceed, you know what I'm saying, other people's or their own. So they did all this to my life on the low for decades, you know, to equal these results right here for me to be down bad. So, I mean, it's absolutely not a fair fight battle. Some people fought me anyway, like things were fair when they knew it wasn't, because they knew what happened. But even when the public didn't know, you know what I'm saying, but they proceeded to fight me, you know what I'm saying, fair. I mean, fight me like as if those things hadn't happened when they knew different. So it's like, it ain't never been fair like that, you know. So I still fight. I mean, and it's amazing how, I fought, you know, according to, you know, the righteous route, you know what I'm saying, with the truth, the word. Also my talent, my strength. I mean, that's why my strength started getting attacked, which was my talent, because they tried to take my strength from me by lying on my art. You know what I'm saying? To try to silence me. So it's been a multifaceted situation. They got tons and hundreds of unresolved instances, you know, that's still open before destructions. So I'm just saying, I mean, it's the situation really unnatural. You know, it ain't really nothing that it can really be compared to, you know, in history. Like this right here is a standalone. And some even said earlier this year or last year, it's like the crime of the century. You know what I'm saying? The informal, unofficially official crime of the century. You know, ain't nobody recognize it. But I mean, I don't know. But nah, man, my life this is not the dream. Trust me. You know, this is not the dream. It might appear that way, but I've seen different. You know, some of the people that you see, you know, and they hearken to my life, you know, you see them from the, you know, what they've shown you, you know, the perception, you know what I'm saying, of mostly what they want the world to see. But I know them from what they was doing to me, you know, 6-7 years ago, when nobody else knew what was happening, what they was doing to me personally, like, you know, like at a distance. But, you know, I didn't understand it till I get older. Then I realized they're like, oh, they did this and that. I'm like, okay, well, dang, you know, they didn't know me then. So, you know, none of it made sense until I found out that my fame didn't start in 2014 to 13. Because at that point, I was like lost, you know, because I didn't know about any fame I had before that point. But yeah, the fame was there already. Since like 94 to 2002, it was a gap in there where a lot of bad stuff happened on the low. And then my fame came back in 2013, 14, this time for my own literary talent, you know, and the dragon was waiting on it in a nutshell. So, yeah, I'm in these circumstances. I ain't cause them. You know, God ain't cause them. You know, it's just evil of the world. You know, I guess the darkness of the age. I mean, some people's own interests. But yeah, this ain't. I wouldn't consider this the dream, man. I mean, I've accomplished a lot of unofficial milestones. You know what I'm saying, in this ministry. You know, it's been a ministry for God, artistic. You know, as well as the miracles, tons of miracles, signs and wonders. You know, everybody familiar with the miracles now. You know what I mean? I've told them, showed them, and I showed them more than I told them. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. Like, I mean, especially with the heavier miracles that happens, like that happen every day. You know what I'm saying? Instead of telling the people about it, I'd rather show them. And so that's what I was doing. I told them too, but I do more action than words. You know what I'm saying? With the miracles and the signs and wonders and stuff. That's how it's been for a long time now. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere. And so, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's not the dream, but I mean, dreams do come true though. You know what I'm saying? Some dreams do come true. I will say that, you know, because I was able to make a difference with my talent in spite of, you know, the devil's plan to like cancel and disembowel my legacy. Well, it's to the point where people can see the truth now. Some people look at the truth and then proceed anyway to lie on it. That's between them and God. They calling God a liar. But I mean, I just stand by what I know is true, just like grass is green. Nah, this is definitely not the dream though, man. Anytime, you know, the structures get ready, they can allow these people to make up reasons to like steal my stuff, thus complicating, you know what I'm saying, my ability to maintain my platforms and everything. You know, all year, every year on purpose. And so, I mean, every day been a state of torment, torture in that respect.